Hello. Audible to everyone online? Okay. So what we were doing yesterday, blood relations. First, we saw some basics about CSAT, how you attempt the paper and all that. Then we started with our first chapter, which is blood relations. In that, we first learned about some simple relations and how we draw a diagram of representation in these questions. After that, we did some practice questions just for you to get a sense of making those diagrams. And then we did some PYQs. We did the easy to moderate PYQs. Today, we'll be taking the little tougher ones, okay, from the PYQs only. Yeah. Yeah. We can discuss that like from the last class. It's related to clarification. Okay, we can discuss that after the class. Okay. So this is what we did yesterday. Now we will be doing more questions from the previous year. This is also tough. In this you should be visible. What? I'll have to see. Try, then we'll discuss. See, there are 6 people in this family, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, that you what? This is where these statements start. 6 members are there in the family, A, B, C, D, E, F. After that, it's written. Right, right. Okay, see, yeah. What you are seeing right now is a puzzle. These are the kinds of puzzle that are sometimes asked. Okay. So first of all, write 2-3 points about these puzzles that I'll be telling you. Similar points to remember, you can write there also if you want. Right. First point, in puzzles, if a person is said to have children, assume that they have a spouse too. Okay. So if you are given only about like something like this is given to you, that A is father, B, C, like this is given, and it is telling you about a family. So what are left? D, E, F. Now, in most cases, what you will find is you would be given some characteristics about D, E, and F, and it becomes a bit difficult to identify where they would lie. So understand, once you see they have children, try to accommodate a spouse as well. So it helps you getting to a diagram. Okay. Then, right, second point. They are able to write. Okay. Second point, try to get to a simple diagram. Try to get to a simple diagram that satisfies all conditions. That satisfies all conditions, comma, rather than worrying about all the possibilities. Worrying about all the possibilities. Okay, so how people or students generally complicate a puzzle is by thinking that if I tell you something about D is given, of course it's a puzzle, so half information is given about every person. Then you have to deduce. So instead of thinking that D can come here also it can come, and you can't say he can be here also. Instead of having this chain of thought, what you should have is to find the simplest way, get to a simple diagram, and if it satisfies all the conditions that are given, you can solve question with it. Okay, so don't think about all the possibilities. Okay, once you draw a diagram, then in some questions later you can analyze that he could be here also, but in most cases what I have seen, like till now what I have seen in UPSC CSAT at least, if you just get to a right diagram, usually that's the only diagram that is possible. Okay, then third point, whenever more factors, apart from gender and marriage is given, whenever more factors apart from gender and marriage is given, do not attempt the question. Do not attempt the question until you are done with the entire paper. Okay, this is very important. What I'm saying is, see, in some questions, what they'll do, they'll tell about, of course, about people and their genders. Apart from that, we also draw their marital status. Okay, so if they are a couple, we draw like this, and unmarried, married, that much we can take in first go. Otherwise, sometimes in some puzzles you will see they also give their professions, like B is a teacher, so one more variable is added in it. Sometimes two variables can also be added to it. Now that is not very viable to solve in that limited time. So you solve that only at the last. Once you are done with the whole paper, you're getting bored, you're watching anybody's what they are wearing or how they are looking. So in that time you can do this, otherwise just leave it. Okay, understand? Last point, again similar. Don't take any puzzle on your ego. Okay, don't take any puzzle on your ego. Okay, some puzzles you will find they'll give 2-3 questions and you think that I am good at it, so I must solve it, and you keep going at it, and it takes a lot of time of yours. Don't have ego in puzzles or caselets. Let it be. If you solve it within few seconds, within a minute or within some minutes that you give to all other questions, that much only you should give. Understood? It is important to see puzzle solving them in exam. Solving puzzles in exam, on your best day it would fetch you only 2.5 marks, but on your bad day it can cost you a lot of time and unnecessary hassle. So please be aware of them. Okay, then this is all about puzzles that we had to write. Now we will do this question. Okay, see, it is a family of 6 persons, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, now some people have habit of writing first this also, A, B, C, D, E, F, all the variables. This is not required. Okay, you just simply draw the diagram from the get-go. Okay, so the number of males equals that of females. So what does that mean? There are 3 males and 3 females, because there were 6 people, number of males and females are equal. As I told you, you can keep a count of it always. Then A and E are sons of F. Okay, let's draw F and A and E. So A and E are sons. F we don't know, right? F's gender we don't know right now. Then D is the mother of 2, one boy and one girl. Which generation they have written or not? Wait. Okay, generation they have not. Then D is the mother of 2, one boy and one girl. Okay, D has not been introduced. Then B is the son of A. B is the son of A. Correct? B is the son of A. There is only one married couple in the family at present. Okay, only one married couple is there in the family at present. Okay, what is remain? D is the mother of 2, one boy and one girl. Okay, so where can D really lie?
Sir, the screen is not visible, clearly visible. So,
Video is not visible. Wait. Okay. Okay, they are looking for it from there.
but the answer to this is B, sir. B option, because there can only be one married couple, so it's of course not F. So it will be with D only, because there can be
Yeah.
only three males.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. You tell me when the video starts being visible to you.
So now it's visible, sir.
Now it's visible? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, quiet. Okay. So A and E are sons of F that we have drawn. B is the son of A that also we have drawn. D is the mother of two, one boy and one girl. Now, understand. So, can D lie somewhere here and have one boy and one girl? Can that happen? Can that happen?
No,
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 because there are only six people and four are already occupied. So B cannot have two independent people as son
sir.
and
It
daughter.
became blurry again, sir.
It became what?
It went back to the earlier screen, sir. Blurry.
Okay.
Sir, it was fine for 30 seconds. And now it's back again proper. So
Yeah.
please get it fixed, sir.
It is fixed now.
Yes, sir. Now it's fixed, but it's frequently going back to that same this one. It will stay like this for another 10-20 seconds, then it will go back to being blurry. That is,
Yeah, someone else will listen. Just wait. Just wait for 2 minutes. Fine. Sorted from back end. Okay. I got a message that it's sorted. Okay. Yeah. So here, see, B cannot have two independent children. Okay, one daughter and one son. It cannot be like this because four people are already occupied here. So B cannot have something like this. Now, sorry, D cannot have something like this. D is the mother of two, one boy and one girl. Okay, so now where can D lie? If D, let's say, is married to this person, okay, then what will happen? She will have two sons. Okay, as I told you, if any person is having children, we try to give them a spouse too. It works the other way around, normal life. But here, what we do, if we see they have children, we give them a spouse. Okay, so if we try to give it here, she will have two sons. That is not what we want. That's why this can't be here. Now, if I give, if I take D as spouse of E, then she will not have any children, and then I'll have to introduce two more people. So that also is not possible. So the only place where she can be added is this. Understood? There were three places that she could be the spouse of. So we rejected F because then she'll have two sons. We rejected E because then we'll have to introduce two other people, which is not possible. Only six people are there. So that's why D has to be somewhere here. Now let's check if everything is covered. Okay. The number of males and equals to that of females. That we must ensure. So 1, 2, 3 males, and this is a female, and this also should be a female. One person is remaining. One daughter. One daughter. Okay, so it will be sibling only. And what would be his name? C. Now the diagram is complete. Clearly, you can say, you can see D has two children, one boy and one girl. That's it. This is the diagram. Let me move this up. Now, first is the number of males and females are equal. Okay, 3, 3. Then second is A and E are sons of F. A and E are sons of F. Okay. D is the mother of two, one boy, one girl. D is the mother of two, one boy, one girl. Then B is the son of A. B is son of A. Last, there is only one married couple in the family at present. Only one married couple. So this is our diagram. Okay, understood? Now, what they are asking is, so the following inferences can be drawn. A, B, C are all females. A, B, C, no. Then A is the husband of D. A is husband of D. Yes. This is correct. Understood? This is how you have to do it. So you first draw whatever is given, then you just find the allocation of that 1% where it should be. That's it.
Sir, actually, you could eliminate quite a few options just by even without drawing the diagram in the first place, just by the conditions given at the top, and then it would be easier for you to, as you may draw inferences in the diagram also. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that we can do. Yeah, that we can do once we are thorough with all of this. Right now, people are learning to draw diagrams
yes,
for the first time. Okay,
yes, sir.
that's why we have to take whole class into account. Okay, you're done with this. Then let's take this. This we have done 2022. Yes, I think we have done. Try this. Try everyone. Option. Now it's visible. Done? Okay. See, how many of you are getting B, C, D, A? No. Okay. See, one way of doing such questions is what you can do is you can go by options. You see statement 1, 2, and 3. You draw them one using only 1, 2, and 3 and see if you can form a relation. Then you do similarly for 1, 3, and 4 and see if you can form a relation. And then you may use all sentences and see if they form a relation. This is how you can do. But what I would suggest in such questions, in the way UPSC frames it, is what you do is simply use all these sentences, okay, and draw a diagram, try to find the relation. You should be able to eventually, after drawing the diagram, you should be able to guess if there was any redundant sentence. That becomes easier rather than identify, because here still he gave all 4 options 1. Otherwise, they just keep making combinations. So you are drawing unnecessary mini diagrams. So instead of that, use all statements, draw a diagram. Eventually, you will be able to identify that this relation was not even needed. Okay. It is very easy to identify when it is a redundant relation is present. Like in one question, we saw one redundant relation. In last class, like it was asked something like this, I think. And the relation between E and B was asked, and H we had drawn at last, in which there was a printing mistake. H is that question. So this was the redundant sentence that you were able to identify later on easily. So do that instead of going by options. So just take all 4 sentences and draw it. A and B are a married couple. Okay. A and B are a married couple. Second, D is father of C. We don't know both of them. E is the son. A and C are sisters. Okay. So A and C are sisters. Then E is D's son. That also we know. D is the father of C. This we know. So first, what we did was A and B are married. Then we saw any relation that is related to A or B, which was the 4th one. So A and C are sisters. So we made A and C sisters. Okay. Then now we have C also. So we find any statement which has C. So D is the father of C. So D is father of C. Correct. Then E is D's son. E is D's son. Now see, if E is D's son, he will also be a sibling of both of these. So this is E. Correct. Now what are you needed? You are needed. What is the relation between E and B? You can clearly get from this diagram. What is the relation? He is brother. Okay, brother in. Okay, that relation is not very important. What we need is we can find the relation. Now, do you think there was any redundant sentence? First of all, you won't be feeling that. Still, if you want to check, you can simply see it once that first A and B has to be married, okay, so that we know how is, because B is related to them through A, so that is important. Second, D is the father of C. Now we don't know if this sentence is important, but read the next sentence. E is D's son. So unless we establish D and C, we cannot establish this relation. Okay. The last one is A and C are sisters. So this, for this to be connected, like this part and this part to be connected, we need this connection as well. So all four sentences are needed to get to this answer. Okay, don't draw different diagrams for all of them. D is the D is the father of C, because here see, E is D's son. Okay, so here what you are given, that E is D's son. So what it will look like, something like this. E is D's son, correct? But how will you connect E to other part, that is A, B and C? That connection also you will need, no? Right? So that's why E is D's son. Understood? Because B and A are connected to C, that we know. But we also need to establish that C is also connected to D. Otherwise, these two parts would be fragmented without C. That's why it's important. Chale? None? Do 14. It's a bit tough. Okay, let's see. You can try this. This was a bit tough. I won't suggest doing all these in exams. Huh? This was your doubt? Will what? Number? Okay. Wait. Yeah. Fine.
Okay. QRST.
See, don't be very worried about these puzzles. If I was attempting paper, even I won't pick them in first go. Once I'm done with my paper, I'm getting bored, then only I used to pick puzzles. They are not worth it. Okay. But in case the paper is very tough, you're not getting any questions, so you should be knowing that how to solve them. Otherwise, don't solve them. In exam, don't solve them. Okay.
It's B is Q is B strong.
The important keyword here is this family has only two generations. Understand? So there can be only two horizontal lines in which you will draw the whole diagram. Done. Don't worry about this. These puzzles are just done.
So B, sir. R is
Hmm.
S's wife.
Hmm. Okay, let's do it. Let's not waste more time in it. See, we'll go line by line. This was a tough one. Okay. See, PQ are quite PQ, R, S, T, and U are 6 members of a family of 2 generations. Okay, only 2 generations. There are 3 males and 3 females. Okay, 3 males and 3 females. Then there are 2 married couples and 2 unmarried siblings. Okay, now come to the main part. Okay. U is P's daughter. Okay, this is P, this is U. Correct? U is P's daughter. This much you all would be able to do. Then, and Q is R's mother-in-law. Okay, let's ignore this first. T is an unmarried male and S is a male. Now, no sentences came that have direct relation with it. So we draw the other parts we have to. Okay. Now, let's go from the start. Q is R's mother-in-law. How you would draw Q is R's mother-in-law. Okay, so understand like this. If this is R, okay, Q is R's. Okay, wait. This also we don't know. Q is R's mother-in-law. So something like, let's draw. We don't know the gender. This triangle is, let's say we don't know. Okay. So this what we have drawn is Q is R's mother-in-law. No gender is revealed right now. This is also not gender revealed. Okay. Q is R's mother-in-law. So this we know. This much we can draw with it. And then T is an unmarried male and S is a male. Okay. Leave that. What is the other part? There are 2 married couples and 2 unmarried siblings. Now what I have told you, whenever you see someone have a children, you just give them a spouse. Okay. So in this, we have only 2 generations. So this generation, how many people we have? We have only 2. Now we cannot introduce another person and make them marry. Those many variables we don't have. So the only possibility is get them married. So P becomes male because she is a female. Now, so we are done with our first married couple. Now you see what has happened. We have done with the first married couple. What it is given? There are 2 married couples. Now one couple is this, one couple is this. So they are also married. Correct? So here also some person would be there. Now see the other part. T is unmarried and S is a male and T is also unmarried male. So both of these are males. So T and S are male as well as P is a male. So what this person would be?
Sibling.
Gender. Gender
Uh,
would be this is male,
male,
this
male,
is male, this is male. So male we are done with.
male. Hmm.
This has to be a female. Okay. So this person would be a female. Yeah. Yeah. Then R. No. Sorry. Wait. Oh,
Male, no, sir.
okay. Wait. S is male, T is male, and P is male.
Yeah,
So
so three males are done. So this should
the
be
three
female.
males are done. Wait.
TSP males and QRU
S.
are females.
Okay, so they have to lie here only, no? Okay, wait. Wait. Yeah. This was R. Okay. Now this person here has to be a male. Correct? Correct. This person here has to be a male. Now we cannot have more males from here. So one of these has to lie here. Either S or T. Now T is
Yes.
unmarried. So what will lie here? S. And this becomes female. Now, what more information we have? We have that there are two unmarried siblings. Two unmarried siblings also we have. So now, if we join T here, then he'll have a married sibling. Because S is married. So we have to add T here. So the only place where T can be made is this. Okay. Now, if these are married, you can remove this essentially and make it like this also. This also is fine. Correct? Because they both are married. Now check all the conditions. So family has two generations. Yes. Then there are three males and three females. 1, 2, 3 males, 3 females. Done. Then there are two married couples, one married couple, two married couple. Then there are two unmarried siblings. Done. Then U is P's daughter. Done. Q is R's mother-in-law. As you can see from this relation, Q is R's mother-in-law. Then T is an unmarried male. Also, S is a male. That also is given. So S would come here directly. Understood? So this is our correct diagram. Of course, it will take a lot of time. So that's why it is not recommended to attempt these questions in exam. As I told you, if you see here, what they have done, they have given 2, 3 other things also. Like they have given marriage. Okay. They have also given all these siblings and married, unmarried they have given. Also, what they have also introduced. That's it. Okay, and family of two generations. So these becomes a bit too tricky. That's why don't attempt them. If you see questions like these, please attempt them at last. Okay, because see earlier what UPSC used to do, we will see 2011 question also. They used to give 3-4 questions from the same case load. Then it was still worth it. Okay, so because once you draw the diagram, you can get 2-3 questions correct. Now for one question, it is not worth it at all. Okay, anyway, so you get to this. Now read the options. R is use husband. R is use no. Then R is S's wife. R is S's wife. This is true. This is the final answer. What it by S, because S has to be a male. Yeah. R is married to R is married
Sir,
to
if
you, but then how?
S is married to R, then it will be R is a husband, no, sir.
Just wait. One person. Yeah, yes, sir. I'll change the whole diagram. Everybody has drawn this diagram? Yeah. Yeah. 10. R is married to R is married to U.
And R will be the male.
Okay, wait. So this is T. This is U. U is also no. U is female and married to R. This diagram you're thinking of? Okay, let's see this. See, in this, there are two unmarried siblings, that's fine. Two couples, and what is saying Q is R's mother-in-law. That's fine. And two married couples, two unmarried. See one, but there are four males now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have three males and three females. That's why this diagram is not possible. That's why the place that we left to make mother-in-law, we have to fill that male there only. Understood? Yeah. Now this person online, don't know your name.
So as in the question it's written S is male.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We
there
are
are
done
two
with.
unmarried males. One is
Yeah.
T and S is a male. So
Yeah.
P is, for example, if P is a father and Q is a mother,
Yeah.
then R is I can't see the question, so could you just move a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
If R is Q's, I mean Q is R's mother-in-law, then R is a male. So U is female, no sir.
What? What?
You didn't get the question. So as it is written in the question that U is P's daughter.
Okay. Okay. You do one thing. You do one thing. You also get recordings of this. You see
Yes.
the recording once and then you ask me. I'll tell you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Once you see the recording, you'll get it. Yeah. P's and Q's gender. Because Q is given, no? Q is mother-in-law. R's mother-in-law. So she's a female. Now if Q is female, this has to be a male. Okay. Shall we move forward? Okay. Yeah, do this. Visible? Widow? Yeah, just draw like this if you want. Gender of? Just see who they are married to. Oh, you want it to be written as widower? No, no, don't mind all that. Okay, don't mind all that. Just see who they were married to. Okay. It will be easier if you go by the options. Just read the question in its entirety once. if you see, maximum only one of these statements may be incorrect. Correct? See the options. So it will make your work easier. Either all three statements are correct or only one of them is incorrect.
This is the row. Mhm.
Just take any of these three statements to be correct. Draw it like that and see the other two statements, how they follow. All you need is to get to a correct diagram instead of thinking of all the possibilities. Done? A, D, B. What kinds of answer we have? How many of you are getting A, B, C, D? Okay, let's do it. See, a joint family consists of 7 members, okay, with 3 females, okay, 3 females and 4 males. Correct? 7 members. Okay. G is a widow and sister-in-law of these. Quiet. G is a widow and sister-in-law of D's father F. Okay. Then first draw the simpler relation. B and D are siblings. This you can draw. B and D are siblings. Okay. Then A is the daughter of B. A is daughter of B. Correct. Then C is the cousin of B. C is cousin of B. Okay. How it will look like? No, that's fine.
D's. It would
C
be
is
D's
cousin of
spouse. So it should be D's
what?
child. It should be D's child.
What
C
D's
is
child?
D's child. C.
Yeah, wait. I'm not done with the diagram. Wait. Okay, then. So you are done with this part. Which one? Okay. So now you had A is the daughter of B, C is the cousin of B. Beside some other person should be there, and through that they are connected. Correct? Through that they must be connected. Okay, now read this part first. G is a widow. Okay, how does a widow look like? Okay, so something like this. G. Okay. She is a widow and sister-in-law of D's father F. So D's father F. D's father is F. And she is what? No, not just a widow, or sister-in-law also. Sister-in-law. How will sister-in-law look like? Understood? This was G was a widow and also sister-in-law of F. So how you make sister-in-law? You make his brother who is dead, and then you make G his wife. Okay, understood this much? Now, who is remaining? C is the cousin of B. So how will the cousin of B look like? C, understand. So if I directly relate it to F anyway, then what will happen? C would become sibling of B. What we want? What we want? C is the cousin of B.
Cousin
So
of
it has to
B.
come from
So
here.
G.
Correct? So it
G.
has to come from here.
Yeah.
And C is what? We don't know the gender. Correct? This much you got. Here we could not have connected C to F because then B and C would be siblings. So we had to put C here. This is the main diagram. Now, who is left? I think E is left. Okay. Who is E? Wait. This much you understood? Now what we have to do? We need to find where can E be? Now look, there are three females. G is a widow, sister-in-law. That much we have done. A is daughter. C is the cousin of B. Now, understand. One way of doing is this by the options. You consider because some of any one of this is at least any two of these are at least correct. So pick any one. Let's say wife of F. Okay. So you make E wife of F. Otherwise, I have also told you a rule that whenever you see children, you give them a spouse. Here, she had a spouse. Unfortunately, he is no more. But you try to give F a spouse. So once you give it, just check all the statements now. Okay. Now try to check it. See. So you can say that it could be here also. So let's just start with this diagram. If it does not follow from here, we will put E here. Okay. Now, first is wife of F. Wife of F, we have drawn it. Okay. Then grandmother of A. Grandmother of A, correct. This is also correct. Okay. Third, aunt of C. Aunt of C. Now, if you see, C is not directly related, but through this that father, okay, through this that father she is connected, so she will be aunt of C. Understood? Understood? So all three are getting satisfied. If instead you put E here, then all three won't be satisfied. So E has to be here. You got to a simple diagram, it satisfies everything, you move forward. So all three of them would be true together. Answer is 1, 2, and 3. Understood?
Aunt of very previously.
Yeah, C, and C has a mother G. Now, we are not talking about G's or this person's mother. Then it will be directly grandmother or something like that. What we are doing here is this is her father. or this is her mother. Okay, so these are mother and father, but someone here would be aunt, right? Not directly connected. That's it. We are left with a few questions from 2011 and 12, which had 3 or more than 3 factors. That we'll do at the end of the class. If time permits, we'll start with the next chapter. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So direction sense. See, in general sense, what we say direction sense, somebody who has a good direction sense would know of all these roads, how they go from here, there. Bangalore is still a easier city to get roads. Why? Because it's like the area which we are living in, it is built on parallel roads. So this road, this road, this road, this road connected by these roads. It's a grid-like pattern. Still easier. Some cities are built like anything, like like you are going on a, like I have been in Ranchi. So if you go to Ranchi, you are going on a main road, feeling very good about it. You're taking your car also, and suddenly one house is there. So now you have entered this thinking it's a road, and you have entered like 0.5 kilometer and all, and then you realize that there is a house, and the person comes out in their banyan and what? This is a personal road. Okay, because what they have done, they have encroached on the land. So earlier the road might have been something like this, but now he made his house over it. Okay, so now you have to, because there is not much space to turn, so now you have to take back and then get out of it. Okay, so nothing like this happens here, so it's good. Anyway, so this is general direction sense. Okay, some people would be good at it, some people won't be, but this has nothing to do with this chapter. In this chapter, we will simply learn some ways to solve a few types of questions that are asked, and you will be done with that. Don't worry about all this. There will be a simple methodological way in which we'll do questions, and you can also do it. Okay. So basic of directions, this much: north, east, south, and west. This you'd be knowing. Okay, then these, all these that I have drawn right now are called major directions. These are major directions: north, east, south, west. Then if I draw all these at 45 degree, I get north and east. It is between north and east, so we write it north, east. This is south, east. This is south, west, and this is north, west. Correct? This much we know. This is at 45 degree, exactly bisecting this part, like it is dividing it into exact two halves. Okay, these are called minor directions: northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. Now understand one thing: the angle between two major directions would always be 90 degree. Also between these two minor directions would also be between two minor directions. This I'm saying, this angle. This is between two minor directions, right? Northeast and southeast. So this will also be 90 degree. Angle between and adjacent. Adjacent mean just next one. Okay. Between adjacent, major and minor direction is 45. Correct? Just adjacent. Minor direction northeast, and this is major direction east. Angle kitna hai? 45 degree. Understood? So between two major or two minor we have 90 degree, and between adjacent, minor and major we have 45 degree angle. This much you can get. चले? Okay. Then now it is important to understand, in questions you will see a person is going north, then he takes a right, or a person is going south, then he takes a left. So how left right works in this? See, one very easy way to remember is by this swastik. Swastik you must be knowing. Okay, so swastik, it's a religious symbol. So let's say it's always right. Okay, so this always goes right. Understood? This is the right direction whenever you are going anywhere. So if you are going north, this would be your right. If you are going east, this would be your right. South. Understood? Also, one more that you can learn is for the south. For the north, it's clearly visible to you because you are also writing or seeing like this. So north is easily you can see this is right and this is left. Okay, now in south it's the opposite. But while drawing, how you should remember it? While going down south, you draw like this. What becomes L? So this is left. Okay, this is just for you to not be doing all this Bharatanatyam while drawing diagram. Okay, remember these two so that you draw directly instead of thinking in your head east and right. This you shouldn't be doing. Some people they keep doing it with their hands. Okay, so don't be, so you need not do this. This is for left, north, east, that all works anyway. Okay, and you can remember this. Otherwise also I'll draw this once. So this is again right, this is right, and this is right. This would be left, this would be left, and this would be left. North, east, south, and west. You can draw this any way you want to remember, you can. Done. Done. Okay. Now there is something called, let's say this is the clock. So something that goes like a clock is clockwise, and opposite to the clock, this is anti-clockwise. Understood? Something that goes like a clock, clockwise, otherwise anti-clockwise. Okay, now in direction sense, you can write it down in a note. when a person moves to his or her left, when a person moves to his or her left, he/she will move towards anti-clockwise direction. Left is equals to anti-clockwise direction. So if a person is going in any direction, in north, east, west, south, wherever they are going, and I say that they take a left, so they have essentially taken go on an anti-clockwise direction. If I say they move anti-clockwise this much angle, then it means they moved left by this much angle. These both mean the same. Understood? As you can see in this diagram, I tell you. See why we are saying this. This north person, okay, he's going like this. Now left is where? Anti-clockwise, correct? Now this person is going like this. Left is where? Anti-clockwise. Similarly, this person is going this, like he is going like this. If he has to go to left, where he turns? Anti-clockwise. Similarly, here also anti-clockwise.
Sir,
Yeah.
small doubt, sir. Why are the turnings curved, sir? Wouldn't it be like if they say he's going north, then he turns right? Wouldn't it be that he's going towards the east if he turns towards the right when he's moving north?
What?
So you said if a person is traveling
Right,
north,
right.
and you said if
Yeah,
a person is traveling north and if
yeah,
he turns right, that would mean that he is traveling clockwise. He did a clockwise turn.
yeah,
So
yeah.
why is that turn a curved turn? And if he's going straight and he's turning right, wouldn't it be going towards the east?
Yeah, like you are concerned about this.
Yes, sir. Because then that would mean if he's turned fully, then he's moving back in the
Oh,
same.
see. This is just a representation with respect to clock, how they are going. So this in this direction they are going. Okay. Don't go by this, how much this curved line I have made. Okay. If I say that a person going east takes a left, then where you will go? Towards the
North.
north. Or if I say a person going towards east moves in anti-clockwise direction, then also where you will go? Towards the north. That much
Okay.
only I want of.
So in that we can assume that it's a straight turn, not a
Yeah,
curved
yeah,
turn in the anti-clockwise.
just wait. Just write another point. Okay. Quite. Okay. Write second point. This much you are done with. Similarly, you can write right is equals to clockwise. Okay. You need not write the whole sentence. You got the gist of it. That if it is written, he takes a left, we assume anti-clockwise. If he takes a right, we assume clockwise. Next point you write. If question mentions if question mentions that the person moved towards his left or right, moved towards his left or right, underline this, move towards his left or right, we assume that the movement is of 90 degrees. Understood? This is what his doubt was, I guess. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if I tell you that I am going straight, then I took a left. So you need not think that at what degree I turned, because if I'm going straight like this and I say I took a right, this is also right, this is also right, this is also right, this is also right. What you have to always assume is I went right at 90 degrees unless otherwise mentioned. If I have to say that I took a right at 45 degree, if I have to tell you about this path, I'll tell you that I took a right at 45 degrees. Then only you will turn like this. Otherwise, if I don't mention, if the question does not mention anything, you assume that the turn is of 90 degrees. Understood? Always. Mostly they won't mention 90 degrees. They would just say turn left, turn right. You assume 90 degrees. Okay. Then there are some very basic mathematical concepts that we'll use in this chapter. So we will learn them. These are basic mathematical concepts. First is, for obvious reasons, Pythagoras theorem. Whatever is Pythagoras theorem. You correct your spellings. Okay. Then see, sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. This much you will be knowing. Now, Pythagoras theorem. Understand this. What it says, yeah, sum of square of other two sides. Okay, see, Pythagoras theorem, write it down. In a right angle triangle, in a right angle triangle, in bracket right, one angle is 90 degree. You call it right, yeah. Don't write this height and base, you write. You write height square plus base square. Write it like this formula. Hypotenuse square is equals to square of height plus square of base. Okay, see, this is the nomenclature of a right angle triangle. This is called base, right? This is called base. Understand it? Something like on which the structure is standing. So it's a base. This is called height. And this one is called hypotenuse. Understood? So learn it like this only. Hypotenuse square is equals to height square plus base square. You might have seen written like this when you were kids. C square is equals to a square plus b square, or a square plus b square is equals to c square. Okay. Now that is for this. That is written for this exact triangle. Now sometimes in questions, what you will see that these are rearranged. So what you should understand, that hypotenuse, which is the angle opposite to the 90 degree. Hypotenuse square is equals to sum of squares of other two. The side which is opposite to the 90 degree. Understood? Write in a note. Minimum distance between 2 points minimum distance between 2 points will lie along the hypotenuse. Okay, like will lie along the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle formed by them. Right angle triangle formed by them. Them. Okay, thing is very basic. So understand like this. If I have to go from A to B, there can be many paths, but if you draw any right angle triangle and you draw its hypotenuse, this is the shortest path. You must be knowing this, like while going to school or somewhere, there is a school ground, here is your class, here is your main gate, or here is your, let's say, main gate. Now one way is that you go here like a very good student via this path and then go here, but instead what you did, you crossed the cricket ground and reached here directly. Okay, like when you were children, you might be playing in some field and some guy would cut right across your field and you would have to stop your play. Why he is doing that? Because he is going along the hypotenuse, which is the shortest route. Understood? Then next, you write some important Pythagorean triplets. This you can remember. Okay, like one of the most famous one is 3, 4, 5. What are Pythagorean triplets? Which form something like this. C square is equals to A square plus B square. This we learned. So this pattern they should be able to follow. Okay. C square plus B square is equals to C square. Now see, if we put it here, it becomes 3 square, then 4 square, and this is 5 square. Just check if they are equal. So 9 plus 16 is equals to 25. This also is 25. Both are equal. So they form a triplet. Understood? What do you mean by triplet? Means these three lengths can be the length of sides of a right triangle. Okay. Any random three distances you take, that cannot form a right triangle. Like if I tell you, if I give you 3 sticks of 3, 3, 6, right? 3, 3, 6 meters, and I tell you to form a right triangle, you cannot form a right triangle with them. Understood? You can form a triangle, but you cannot form a right triangle with them. Okay. For right triangle, you need to have something like this pattern going on. Okay. So one of these is 3, 4, 5 that you must have heard from your childhood days. Some more triplets are there that we'll remember. It will help us in calculation. Okay. Because we don't want to calculate this all the time. So 3, 4, 5. Another one is 6, 8, 10. I'll write them in order only. So 6 square plus 8 square is equals to 10 square. Next, 5, 12 and 13. 9, 12 and 15. 8, 15 and 17. 12, 16 and 20. then 7, 24 and 25. There are a few more, but this much you can remember. Okay, so if you see some side being 15, if you see this side is 15, this side is 8, then you need not calculate it by adding their squares. If you see this is 15 and this is 8, you directly know that this would be 17 because it is a right angled triangle. That is why we'll learn some of them. Any issue in this? No. चले? Then this is also very basic. Bigger the angle, bigger the side. See, like this. Just see this angle, and see this side length. Okay. Now, if I increase this angle, you will see this side length is also increasing like this. If I increase this angle, what will happen to the side length? This point and this point has to be connected. So something like this would form a triangle. Of course, this is clearly longer than this. Similarly, if I increase the angle further, what will happen? Again, these 2 points would be joined, even longer side. So in a triangle, what we see, bigger the angle, bigger the side. This also explains why the hypotenuse is always in front of 90-degree angle, because it is the largest angle in a triangle. In this triangle, 90 has to be highest. Why 90 has to be highest? Because sum of angles is what? Sum of all angles is what? 180 degree. Now, if this one is 90, the other two can at max, the other two, let's call them theta 1 and theta 2. So theta 1 plus theta 2 at max can be of 90 degrees. Correct? So both of them would be, this will be, even something has to be there. Theta 2 can't be 0, right? So something would be taken by theta 2. That's why theta 1 would be smaller than 90. So both of these, that is theta 1 and theta 2, would be less than 90 degrees. So the largest angle in this would be 90 degrees. Understood? This much? Okay. Opposite of this also holds. Like if angle C is greater than angle B is greater than, let's don't call them angle. Angle C is greater than angle B is greater than angle A. If it is something like this, wait, I'll change the colors. Okay, if angle C is greater than angle B is greater than angle A, what can we say about the sides? Same order they have to follow. Okay, so if I draw a triangle like this, let's call it A, B and C. Correct? So now what we do, this is angle C, just write there. This is angle B, just write there. This is angle A. How we write the length of sides is by, if we have to write length of this side, what we'll write, just the angle opposite to is A. So we will write small a as length of it. This is the usual norm that we follow. What we will call this length? A. Understood? Because it is opposite to A. Then here what we'll call it? C. Small c. Here what we'll call it? Small e. Understood? This is how we usually name them. C. So now angle C is the largest. So which side would be the longest? C. So C, or you can write the AB also. AB would be the longest side. After that, opposite to B, AC. So AC would be next, and the last would be BC or CB, however you want to. Understood? Just the opposite of this. So you can make it like this. That is, it holds both ways. Bigger the angle, bigger the side, bigger the side, bigger the angle. Anyway, you can look within a triangle. Understood? Of course, this holds only within a triangle, right? Understand this now? Now let's say this one. Let's say this angle is bigger than this angle. This does not mean that this side would be bigger than this. This holds only within a triangle. Okay, don't do it in two different triangles. Two different triangles, angles won't correspond to this. That's why it is written in a triangle. Within a triangle, it will always hold. Okay, that's it. Now we'll do some simple questions. A man is facing west, turns 45-degree clockwise, then 180-degree clockwise. In what direction is he facing now? Very simple. South. Southeast.
South, sir.
Wait, see. See, it's okay. A man is facing west. See, this is east, west, north, south. Okay. Let's say a man is facing west. Let's say that man is, okay. So I am facing west. Now, first line turns 45-degree clockwise. So now I turn, this is clockwise towards the right. So now I turn 45-degree clockwise. I am looking in that side. Now, then he turns 180-degree clockwise. So from here I will turn 180 degrees. So this is 180-degree means complete opposite. So I'll completely move towards this. Where I'm looking now? South, east. But of course, this dance we won't be doing. Okay. So now we are looking at south, east. See, so how we do this is a person is looking towards west. Now what we do? Turns clockwise 45-degree. So what we'll do? We'll sit here. We'll directly sit on the west, wherever he's said to be facing. Then we turn 45-degree clockwise. This is clockwise. Okay. So where he'll reach? He'll reach somewhere here. He'll start facing in this direction. Then he goes 180-degree clockwise. 180-degree clockwise. 180 degree is completely opposite or in a straight line. This you know. Okay. No. Wait. I'll tell you about the angles also. So 180-degree is something like this. 180-degree, you have to go here. Correct? Opposite. Okay. Where do you reach? This is southeast. So where is he facing now? He's facing southeast. I think some people don't know about angles. Wait. We'll see. Should I tell you about basics about angles? Huh? Anybody who has problem in that? Please tell. You have? Okay, wait. See. Let's start seeing angles. This is, let's say, any angle. Let's say this is theta. Now, if this angle is less than 90-degree, as you can see, this is 90-degree. This everyone would be knowing. So this is less than 90-degree. This is an acute angle. Okay. Then, if this reaches 90-degree, then it becomes perpendicular or 90-degree. This is right angle. Then, if you go beyond it a bit, it becomes what? Obtuse angle. Now this, if something looks like this beyond 90, it means that it has angle more than 90, but still if you see just something more than 90. So this angle is more than 90, but less than 180-degree. Okay, and this is called obtuse. Next would be, now if you keep on rotating, let's say this is 135-degree. Okay, just for example. Now if you keep on rotating this line, eventually you will reach a place like this. So if you keep on rotating it like this, then eventually you will reach a place where this is a straight line. So that is called a straight angle. It is drawn something like this. And this is 180-degree. This is called a straight angle. Understood? So whenever I tell you that we turn 180 degrees, what you will do? Completely opposite direction. So if I am looking here and you tell me to turn 180 degrees, I'll turn exactly here. If I'm looking at you, you tell me to turn 180 degrees, I'll turn exactly opposite to you. Understood? This is 180 degree. Then we have this angle, not this. This is again obtuse only. If we go from this more than 180 degree, if we go, we will get to something called reflex angle. Okay, and eventually we get to this. Now if if I am rotating something, okay, let this line be there, and this pointer, this is the upper line that I am rotating. So if I keep on rotating it, just see, this is acute angle, this is right angle, this is obtuse angle, this is straight angle, this is reflex angle. Now if I keep on rotating it, at some point I'll coincide with the base line, and that becomes 360-degree or complete angle. Also, it can be called zero also, because eventually you have come back to the same point. So this is 360-degree or zero and called complete angle. Understood? Also, one thing that you should also remember is these angles. This is 45, then another angle is 90-degree, then 135-degree. This is what we are adding 45 each time. Then where you will reach 180-degree. Then next 225-degree. Next 270-degree. Then 350. This is 45 is table. Okay, this will help you, because in questions what we'll see that he went straight, we will write that he went 270 degrees clockwise, anti-clockwise. So this you should be knowing. Table of 45. Okay. Done. Then let's change this question. Write it again. Do it. Northeast. Hmm. Southwest. See, now of course, one way of doing it is what we were doing before. That man was facing west, and then what we'll do, he'll turn 45-degree clockwise. This is 45-degree. Then he'll turn 180-degree clockwise from here. So he'll reach somewhere here. then again 270 degree anti-clockwise, and we'll see where he reaches. So 180 degree here, this is 180 degree, then what he'll move, 270 degree anti-clockwise. So 180 degree plus 45 degree, 225, and more 45 degree would lead us to 270 degree. So somewhere here he'll reach. Understood? This is 180, 180 plus 45, 225, 225 plus 45 is what? 270. So this much is 225 plus 45. This becomes 270 degrees. So he'll eventually reach southwest. Understood? But this much we won't be doing. What we will be doing is what I'm going to tell you now. Understood this much? Okay. Now, this is a pen. Okay. This also is a pen. Now we will be taking angle between two pens. This pen is stationary, this one will move. Okay. Now I say, let's say they start from the same point. I say, I rotate, I make angle between them 45 degree. So I go like this, 45 degree anti-clockwise, I rotate. I'll reach somewhere here, 45 degree. So now my pen is here. This is what? 45 degree anti-clockwise. If I say 45 degree more anti-clockwise, so what I'll do? I'll go like this. Now if I tell you, I move 90 degree clockwise, where you will come? You'll come back here. If I say 45 degree anti-clockwise, you go here. If I say 45 degree clockwise now, you come here back. So eventually what you are seeing that when we move something anti-clockwise and then clockwise, we are essentially cancelling them out. Sometimes completely if they are equal in number. So if I rotate it 45 degree anti-clockwise, then 45 degree clockwise, I get to the same point. But if I rotate it in one direction more and the other direction less, we get something in positive or negative. So this is working just like numbers. That is, if this is your wallet and I add 5 rupees to it, you will have 5 rupees more. Then I say, I take 3 rupees back from you. Then I say, I give you 8 rupees more. Now all this is happening in angles as well. So simply what you can do, that what change has been brought, you can simply do them separately. 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 plus 10, 2 plus 8, 10. So you simply know that if I ask you how much more money you have now. So you tell me 10 rupees. You did not bother with any other part. So similarly, we will do with angles also. Like the government does now with petrol, they'll increase the price by 10 rupees. Then everybody starts shouting, what is this? This government, that government, they'll reduce it by 5. So now what they wanted was to increase the price by 5 rupees only, but they do like this. Now, we will do similarly here. So simply what we'll do, we will assume one direction as positive. Let's say I assume that clockwise is positive and anti-clockwise is negative. And now just write this with signs. Okay. So right now, where is he facing? West. Leave that. He turns 45 degree clockwise. Clockwise, how we will write? Positive. So we write plus of 45 degree. Then 180 degree clockwise. Plus of 180 degree. Then 270 degree anti-clockwise. So minus 270 degree, because it was anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise is negative. What we get to? 45 plus 180 minus 270 minus 90. Minus 90 plus 45. 45 plus minus 90. What we get to? Minus 45 degree. You got to it like a like an algebra problem, you got to it minus 45 degree. Now what you do? Now you simply draw where he was and where he will be. So here. So the person, let me draw it here so you can see. We have taken clockwise as positive. Now, see here. The person was facing west. Person was facing west. Now, what is the eventual result? Minus of 45 degree. That is anti-clockwise 45 degree. So simply sit on west and rotate it anti-clockwise 45 degree. Here, anti-clockwise would go like this. Understood? So go 45 degree like this. Where you will reach? Here. This is anti-clockwise 45 degree. What is this direction? Southwest.
Southwest.
The same answer. Got it? Instead of doing all that, what you do, plus minus, reach a result, see the sign, and just do that much difference. Understood? Do one just for practice. Let's say he goes what if do this 45 degree clockwise, then 90 degree anti-clockwise, then 180 degree anti-clockwise. Same it is come. Okay. No, it should not come minus 45. It's anti-clockwise, 270 degree, anti-clockwise and clockwise 45. So it's turned 225 degrees, anti-clockwise.
Sir, it is back to minus 45, sir. It's the same. It will be southwest only.
Yeah, fine. We'll see. Yeah, I think northeast. Northeast.
Oh, okay.
Northeast.
That's anti-clockwise. Okay. Okay. I see.
Hmm. Northeast you should be getting done. Northeast you must be getting. Okay. Again, what is written? 45 degree clockwise. What we take? Clockwise as positive. 45 degree clockwise positive. Then 90 degree anti-clockwise minus 90. Then 180 degree anti-clockwise minus 180. What you get to? This is 45 minus 90 minus 45 minus 180. What you get to? Minus 225 degree. This minus means anti-clockwise. So from the initial direction, you turn it anti-clockwise 225 degree. Correct? From west, we'll turn it 225 degree anti-clockwise. So it will look something like this. This is west, 225 degree anti-clockwise. Some people have problem with clockwise and anti-clockwise also. So what you do, you just, while you are using your pen or pencil, just draw it the whole circle. Once you cross 12, you will see it very easily. Okay. So you draw like this just to understand angle. So this is anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise, how much we have to go? We have to go 225. Now you know how does 225 look like. This is 90, this is 180, straight angle, and 45 more. Where it will reach? Here. So this was west and this will become northeast. So northeast is your, understood? See, one thing you can get from this is you can do the same thing for left and right also. Correct? Because that is also 90 degrees turn. We'll do one question. We're done with this. A man is facing west, he takes a left turn, then two right turns. In which direction is he facing now? Now, left or right, I have told you. Left, whenever it is written, what you assume? 90 degree, clockwise, anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise. Similarly, right, what we assume? 90 degree clockwise. So, using this same process, you can do that. So, here if it is written left, read it like 90 degree anti-clockwise. Here it's written right. So what you can read it as 90 degree clockwise.
He's
And same
facing
process you
north.
can follow.
North.
Yeah. Anybody having any issue? Understood? So man was facing west. Then what he does? He takes a left turn. So just solve it like 90 degree anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means minus. So minus 90. Then quiet. Two 90 degree clockwise turns. That is plus 90 and plus 90. What you reach? This and this you can cancel. Plus minus. You get positive 90 degree, which means clockwise, or let's say right, whatever you want to call it. Clockwise 90 degree will turn from west. Clockwise is like this. This is how the clock goes. Where you reach 90 degree north. Understood? Any issue with this? Okay. चले? See, this is the last thing. By this, you can understand that if I take two left from any direction, where I will reach the exact opposite direction. Okay, so two left and two right takes you to opposite direction. Then, if I take three left or three right, where I'll reach? See, let me take three rights. So first right 90°. I am looking right now there 90°. This is first right, second right, and third right. Where I'll reach? Actually, what I did was I was looking there, and I have, if I were to take only one left, then also I'll face this way. So three rights would make one left. Correct? Three times if you take right, you are essentially taking one left. So here I was looking one right, two right, three right. I'm looking towards the board. Now here I was looking, I took one left, I'm looking towards the board. Understood? So three rights make one left. Similarly, three left will make one. Simple. Last, this you can guess. Four lefts or four rights will take you to same direction. Understood? Four times you will turn, same direction you will come. That's it for the basic part of this chapter. After this, we'll deal with type-wise questions that come. Okay. We have taken this basic part because some people have it very weak. Still, if anybody has any issues, you can tell. This much you are understanding simple basic Pythagoras theorem, how the angles increase, left, right, anti-clockwise, clockwise, directions, right, left. This much you are getting? Okay. Anybody? Someone said, sir. You call each other sir also, kya? Huh? See, I've taken it type wise just for convenience of teaching. You need not mind these types a lot. Okay. In first, we'll find the last direction. We'll see. Hmm. See, in these kinds of questions, what they ask is, in which direction is he facing now? So it only asks you about the final direction in which he is facing. So everything from the distances, from where he started traveling, that becomes not so relevant. What you want is just in the final direction in which he is facing. So this type of questions we can solve like an algebra problem like we were doing before. So Ram walks a distance of 10 meters. This is not important. From his house in the south direction. Okay. Then, so his initial direction is south. Correct? In the south direction. Then he turns left, so one left, and covers a distance of not important. Then he turns right and covers some distance. In which direction is he facing now? So south he started traveling in. He took one left and one right. We can cancel them out. As you can see, one left is actually what? 90. It is anti-clockwise. So this is minus 90. One right is plus 90. These get cancelled out. 0 degree, that is same direction. So if he was going south, he took one left and one right. He's still facing south. Understood? Easy. Done. Next. Again, you are only asked the direction in which he is facing. So distances don't matter. Just see the initial direction, left, right, what they have taken. Just keep on cancelling out. 1L, 1R, cancel. Just see what remains.
Sir, north, sir.
Yeah. Done. He is going in east direction. This is the initial direction. Then what he does, he turns right, then turns left. So one right, one left, and covers the distance of this. Again turns left. So one or more left and covers the distance of this. That's it. In which direction is he facing now? So right and left, one, you can cancel out. Right, left, you cut. What remains? Just one left. Initially, he was going in east. Now, where you will take is left. Left is where? Anti-clockwise, 90 degree. So, reach here, which is north. Okay. By that diagram also, you know, by that swastik, that right is that side. So, left would be upwards. So, towards north. Got it? Now do this one. Good. Mhm, mhm. Hmm. Done? Try. Okay, see, a man is facing towards southeast. Silence. Here. A man is facing towards southeast. Okay. South is east, is it? Initial direction. Now, he turns left. See. He turns left, right. What you have to do? Write all the left angles and all the right angles. You can cancel out easily. So, he turns left 90 degree. 90 degree would be what? He turns, no, you don't need all this. Just left or right, we have already taken na. Left or right is in itself directions. So 90 left, then again 180, then 45. Similarly for right, 135 and 45. 135 and 45. Okay. If you want left is anti-clockwise, you can take all three negative. That also you can do, or just cancel out like this only. Okay, let's say left is anti-clockwise, so we take it negative. Right is positive. Okay, now what we can do, we can cancel out minus 45 plus 45, cancel out. Then minus 180 plus 135, how much? Minus 45. So this will become minus 45 and minus 90.
Minus 135.
Minus 130. If you can't see it like this, see it simply 90 plus 180, both in minus. So minus 270 plus 135. So it is essentially minus 270 plus 135 minus 135. So what you get? Minus 135, which means we have to go anti-clockwise. How much? 135 degrees. Now, if he was in southeast direction, then 135 degree would look like this is 45 and 90 more. He'll reach here, which is understood. Simple. आगे बढ़े कि इसके एक और करने sorry. Shall we move forward to the next slide? Okay. See, what we do in this, find the direction from the starting point. In that type of question, what is asked? What is the final direction in which he is facing now? Now what we will do, like let's say a person starts from his home and he first moves south, then takes left, then takes right, then moves left. Okay. Now you are asked, let's say more left. Now he reaches his office. This is his office. Now what you are asked, in which direction is he from the starting point? So from starting point, which direction it is? This you will find by connecting these 2 points. So this is the direction from the initial point. So if we were to tell, like if it was a previous type of question, we will say he is now moving towards north. But in this type of questions, from initial, where he is moving? North east. Okay. Now understand one more thing. In the first type, we didn't worry anywhere about the distances. In questions, it was written that he moved 10 meter, then 15 meter, but we didn't worry about it. Here, we'll have to see it. Why? Because, see, if this is his house, if this is his house, he goes for south, then some direction in east. Now, if he goes just a bit, just a he covers a very short distance towards the north, in which direction he will face? He will face towards south east direction. If he moves a bit more, like say he reaches here, in which direction he will face now from the initial point? East. If he moves even further, in which direction he will face? Northeast. So with the distance, now the direction would keep on changing. That's why in these type of questions, distance becomes important. That left, right, that cutting that we used, that we were doing earlier, that we can't do directly here because distances are important. Understood? Yeah. Done? Understood this? Then. Try once. Which direction? See, in this entire chapter, the last line is very important. Okay, I have divided it into types for you to understand the first time. But understand in questions when they will come in exam, you have to read this last line very carefully. Like from where he has asked, we'll see all types, and the difference in the last line is only of a few words. That's it. Okay, let's see. A man travels some distance towards south direction. Okay, some distance towards south direction, then
Sir,
turns right.
southwest, sir.
Yeah, then
Southwest.
yeah, then then turns. Okay, then turns right. Then turns right. Okay, let's make him turn right. Then and covers a distance of 15 meters. Okay, wait, draw it properly. The initial distance we don't know now. Then he covers a distance of 15 meters. Yes. And then turns left and covers a distance of 10 meters. From here, left would be downward. 10, right? 10 meters towards the left. At this time, in which direction is he from the starting point? Southwest. This is southwest. Also, anyway, you are not doing that. You need not be adamant that this has to be exactly at 45 degree. for you to call it southwest or northeast. Okay, if it is between north and east, it's northeast. When he is asking you the direction, it's northeast. This is between south and west, so it's southwest. That much only you have to do. Understood? From the initial point we saw. Yes, northeast.
Sir, northeast, sir.
Yes. Done. See, Raman walks a distance of 5 meters from his house in the south direction. Okay, this is his house. He moves 5 meters in south direction. Then he turns left and covers a distance of 8 meters. This is left L. Okay. Again turns left and covers a distance of 15 meters. Now, this was 5, so it will go above it like this. This is 15 meters. Now, what is the direction? From this to this, what is the direction? North. Answer would come out to be northeast. How many of you have been to the northeast of India? None. Okay.
Sir, I have been, sir.
Okay, very good. It's a very beautiful, very beautiful area. Like if you go up north, like now if you go, the kind of crowd that you are getting, it's like I went to monasteries, okay, in Himachal. And you go to monasteries, what you want to experience? You want to experience that peace, you know, and some monks would be walking around and you'll talk to monks, how's life, what is life. You will find there are certain aunties and uncles and everyone clicking pictures like this. Now they have made an airport in Leh as well. So now you will find them in Leh Ladakh also. Okay, because direct flight you can reach there and same people taking photos. So you get nothing out of them, out of there. But if you go to the northeast, see northeast is beautiful in a way that the up north if you go, you get Himalayas and all that beautiful view. But not that much greenery is there because rainfall is very less there up north. But if you see northeast is something like an intersection of the Himalayan states and Kerala. So it is very green. If you have read, it has evergreen forest as well. Okay. Also, it has Himalayas. So you get the best of both worlds. And it is not that crowded also. You can go anytime. And it's especially two states. These are very Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. These are very tourist friendly also. You can go. Other states, you need to have a few friends there. Okay. Anyway, next.
Sir, southwest, sir.
Yeah. Done? See, a person is going to east direction and walks 5 kilometers. Okay. Then turns right and walks 2 kilometers. Right from here would be and 2 kilometers. Okay. Then turns right, walks 2 kilometers. Then turns right and walks 9 kilometers. Again, he is turning right. This is left. So this would be right. He goes 9 kilometers. So much longer distance than 5. What is asked? In which direction is he from the starting point? Clearly, this is the starting point. This is the end point. Which direction it is? Start to end? Southwest. Southwest would be the understood. All that we have done above in direction sense. This is the basic concepts as well as basic directions and how you make diagrams. The next class would start from how you calculate distances between them, shadow problems as well as initial direction problems. Those are generally asked in the exam. Okay, this was the initial lecture. Please be thorough with this the next time you come so that you don't face problem in that. Understood? That's it. Thank you. Thank you.